All right, everybody, we are on another adventure here, and Seth and I are now in Iowa. Behind us in this barn, sitting for the last 42 years, is another CB750. Now, this thing is seized up. It has its issues. It's been sitting for a long time. So, of course, we're going to do something stupid. We're going to try to make it run over in a parking lot over here and ride it home, which is over 200 miles away. I hope we can do it.
I like our chances.
Like our chances. All right, so let's get to work. All right, the van is officially packed. We have a whole ton of stuff, jeez. And the KLR we're bringing as a parts runner, but we need the best chance of success that we can get. So we've got a bunch of chemicals, tools, canopy, just a ton of stuff. So we are getting ready to hit the road, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. To say that Seth and I probably bit off more than we could chew on this mission would definitely be fair. We've been trying to do a revive and ride for a while now and have been in search for the right bike to do it on. A candy gold 1972 CB750 in a barn was absolutely irresistible and seemed like the perfect candidate. Seth spotted this bike on Facebook Marketplace just before the ad was deleted. We were able to get in contact with the seller, work a deal, and delay a few days while we gathered parts, tools, and were able to make the drive up to Ottumwa, Iowa. We got this really cute woman in the car next to us. Be cool, Seth. Be cool. Be cool. So cool. Doggo. Doggo.
She's too good for us.
This place was a prior motorcycle shop that was ran by a father-son team starting back in the 90s. There were many bikes in this place, and it was very tempting to buy more than just a 750, but luckily we had no more space in the van, keeping us in check. Oh.
Is that a 350?
This CB750 had quit running one day, and the owner suspected a bad fuse or electrical issue, so the bike came here and simply never left. For 42 years, it sat peacefully until two idiots decided today was the day it needed to live again. Let's do it.
We're doing the thing.
Let's get her out of the way. All right, 42 years in this approximate spot. Whoa, sure feels like it. All right, let's see if we can roll forward. Oh. Back wheel rolls.
Kinda.
Rolls more than it not rolls. Okay. How are we gonna do this?
You take right, I take back.
Yeah.
Ready? Whoa. Are we going? Yeah.
Hello. Why? What's that stick? Peg's gonna hit the house too, just so you know. Why's that? Well, I'm the princess.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the bike loaded up, our first mission was to find a place to work on it. We needed to set up camp and get our tools out and stuff and have access to other things like chemicals and tools should we need them. So ideally it was going to be like an auto parts store that was also near food. So we drove into Ottumwa and hit up the local O'Reilly's. Yeah, definitely that front brake. Alright guys, I am getting started on this bike, or Seth and I are getting started on it, and to the right of your screen you'll notice that this bike does not have a rectifier on it, which we didn't know at the time. That's fine. So this is our first hurdle because I didn't bring one. So right now we are on the phone with different people and trying to track something down. So it doesn't have to be for a CB750. It just has to be 3-phase for field coil, and we can make an adaptation after that. So cross your fingers. We've got a lot of things that we have to overcome, but the first thing we had to overcome was a space to work on this bike. And let me tell you, the O'Reilly Auto Parts here in how do you say it, Seth? Ottumwa, Iowa. Amber, the manager here, has been the most accommodating. She has been very kind, so I just thank you so much, because that eliminated a big issue from us. So we have an extension cord, we've got our canopy, we've got it made. We just gotta find some parts. All right guys, I know it's loud. Step one, I need to get the plugs out of this thing, so I'm going to start blowing this thing off. We need to get a bore scope in here and start inspecting the cylinders. This is not the bad boy compressor. Sorry.
I almost gave up, and I wasn't going to check the last 2 keys. I was like, screw it, I'll just take it off.
That's awesome. So, fun fact, guys, this bike has a T7978 ignition switch, a T7645 key. Does in fact work. So, Seth just got the seat undone, and this works. So check it out. Has the toolkit in it still. We're getting ready to peer under the cover there. Probably has the manual, I would presume. I don't know if I can see it, but very cool. So I'm gonna work to get the carbs off. I'm getting ready to pull the plugs out, get the stator cover off, and start working on this thing. All right. You already got the fuel lines off, or were they even on there?
They self-removed.
Self-removed?
Yeah. Ooh, it's more heavier than I would like it to be.
So guys, I don't even think we're gonna try to use this. It is full of crud. So we're gonna harvest this off, and luckily, where it's at, we brought another CB750 tank, so we can use that. Let's get a lay of the land here. So dusty,
grimy,
but really, really complete. Look, it actually says Newt. That's funny. All right, let's see if these plugs want to come out. I have not put any liquid on them. Ooh, boy. Okay. That one says no thank you. This one started to turn and then it said no thank you. No, sir. Big bad no thank you. I thought you were talking to us. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, we do. Dang, those are tight. Okay, none of the plugs want to come out, so we're gonna start getting ulterior methods here. That's a good clip right there. All the heat.
Ready.
Ready. You'd be one tough dude if you got those without a pry bar.
I almost did.
Yeah, you almost did. It was moving a lot.
I bet I could get it without it.
Now you can get it.
Nope.
All right. I'll edit that part out and you got them off by hand.
Yeah, it was all me. Ta-da.
From here, the slides look really good.
They don't look bad.
I'm nervous and excited.
Ready to crack the bowls open?
Hopefully they don't go like the plugs.
Please don't say that.
I need a plastic handle.
Ooh, I got it.
Please be good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a relief. For one of them.
For one of them. So,
dude,
as you can see down there, the fuel tap is in the off position.
Dude, the needle's not even stuck.
Needle's not even stuck?
No.
Oh man.
Thank goodness.
Alright, Seth got all 4 bowls off. And they look awesome. No stuck needles, anything like that. Just light oxidation, like
That's
absolutely nothing.
That's a first for me.
Yeah. All right, to be continued. I mean, I'd call that clean. Woo! All right. We are not doing the most excellent right now. Seth is actually fighting getting power back to the extension cord, right?
We got it now.
Oh, we got it now, okay. So when we loaded up the ultrasonic cleaner, the cord got pulled out. We don't know the orientation it went back in because it was kind of janky when I first got it like 10 years ago. and just trying to get that to work. So as of right now though, I am just battling what's remaining of the number 1 and number 4 plugs. I broke both of them off. I've never broken a plug before. So I have tried a lot of heat, a lot of PB blaster, and a big old extractor. I cannot get them to budge. So I'm mixing up a 50-50 mix of ATF and acetone. So I'm gonna go ahead and inject that into the cylinder, because I mean it's probably locked up anyway, but hopefully it'll seep into the threads for the actual spark plug remnants, and then I can work on backing that thing out. So I'm just gonna start putting this everywhere I can get it. I'm putting acetone and ATF mix in every hole here.
Everything is just fighting us.
Yeah.
Even the freaking ultrasound.
All right, update time. So I am battling this thing. These are not gonna, like the plug remnants are not gonna come out. I have tried the easy out and it's not easy. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is actually drill into those, and then we'll just fish out the metal shavings with the magnet. But we can get it probably drilled out enough to relieve some tension, and then we can hopefully back the last bit out. But on a good note, these carbs are looking great. So Seth's going through them, just get them apart as you can. But we're gonna go ahead and put these things in the ultrasonic, and the goal is to replace those transfer tube O-rings, just because those are probably gonna leak. But I've gone ahead and put more acetone ATF down the top here, of course into the cylinder on that side. And then timing wise, this thing looks really good. So I'm gonna start putting a little tension on this just to see if it moves, and then I'll go ahead and pull the stator cover off. We'll get a better attack at it. All right, now on this side, this is just driving your advance unit, so there's not a lot of material here to go twisting on, so we're just gonna put light pressure on it. This is not how you want to unseize an engine, but I just want to see what we got here. So nothing that way. Nothing that way. Nothing that way. Okay. So we really need to get some mixture into cylinders 2 and 3. Give it some more time. Probably get some heat in this thing and just keep fighting it. That's loose. We need to take the trans cover off. Luckily I bought that gasket too. There we go. Don't tell me I gotta take that foot peg off. Come on. You can do it. Come on, you're right there. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I mean, it's black, but no corrosion. Okay. Coming at you from the ground. So, I didn't show this, but as soon as we started to unload bikes, I threw my back out. And I'm in agony right now. I've been having problems lately, and this really sucks. It's making it hard to do anything like, you know, breathing and stuff, so struggle bus today.
Alright, gonna see what valve action we got here. We are in fact open on 4. And from what I'm seeing, it actually looks pretty good in there.
The valve stem actually looks clean.
Okay. Check 2 or 3, I guess. Whoa. 3 is closed.
Okay, so it's got a bunch of acetone ATF in it. 2 is probably opposite or same.
2 is closed. 1 is closed.
Damn.
That sucks.
We need to find a way to get liquid in this. Okay, so we need to get fluid in here. So we've got the mixture sitting in the intakes here. I could take a wrench, depress the valve. Hopefully that'll allow it to flow in.
Hey, there it went.
Yep, you can hear it. You gotta really press it in there. Okay. So we need to do that 100 more times.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What happened?
It came out of the non-existent plug.
Nice. You think someone would have thought of that? A little bit of magic dust in there. Honestly, it's really not too bad though.
Now, the bike definitely wet sumped, which is to be expected.
Well, now I'm going to take a different master cylinder that we had ready to go and assemble. Got a rebuild kit, so I'm gonna slap this guy together and hopefully have half of the brake system ready for the front. We got ourselves a fresh master cylinder. Got that fitting swapped around, all the new parts put inside. Feels really good. So now I'm going to turn my attention to the caliper and clearing out the old line.
There's liquid coming out of that brake caliper. What is that sweet? So Seth has already rebuilt that master, and that is one that I brought along and cleaned, just because that would have been a pain in the butt to try to disassemble one of those while we're here. So anyway, gonna pop this line off and see what's clear and what's not.
Okay, maybe not.
That's got a straight end on it though, right?
Yeah.
It'd be easy to charge up the air compressor, force it down that way.
That's smart. Just kidding.
Got that top line clear.
She's good. We got top line cleaned up and ready and reattached to this junction block. Junction block's clean. Didn't have any luck getting the old rubber line to clear out. I think it's swollen and collapsed in on itself. But fortunately, we do have a new hard line and soft line, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw those on. And at that point, we will be ready to dig into the caliper.
What? Hit harder?
Yeah. Well, fun fact. This is not the right thread, so we're gonna put a good used one on there and it'll be fine. Because I said it'll be fine. Okay, now I'm getting to the good part. Getting this caliper off, getting it rebuilt. Oh, yeah. I'm still amazed at how easily this bike is coming apart. Is now the time to make a stripped bolt joke or not?
I mean, you didn't strip one, did you?
No. I'm kidding, I didn't strip one. I can if you want me to.
Nope, that's left up to me today. That was my job. Except, not just strip a bolt, but break spark plugs off and the damn head.
Usually I'm the one stripping stuff out, so I'm not gonna say I'm glad that happened, but I'm glad I'm not, you know, the only one.
It happens to the best of us. I'm not saying I'm the best of us. I'm just saying.
That's a bold proclamation, DJ. Well, there we go. Got one caliper with relatively okay pad life. It's probably not so okay on the inside though. We have one fresh batch of carburetors. Gonna get these guys put back together, and believe it or not, that'll be the fuel system mostly sorted besides the tank.
Alright guys, I've got this heat gun on this engine for probably 20 minutes now. I don't want to use open flame, but I've got all the cylinders. We've had them filled with acetone ATF and with some extremely gentle tapping. We've got a little motion in the crank. Now, like I said, this is extremely gentle. You guys are not going to like me for this. It's my bike. So I've got pressure on the bar. You've got just a little pressure there. Taps. Definitely moved. All right, let's try to go back.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we made it a good ways there.
Yeah. Gosh, he's going, man.
Okay, let's go back the other way.
I need more tippy taps.
And you're not hitting it hard, it's moving.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Back it up, Terry.
She is not happy about it.
Break time. Okay, well, we were pretty excited about the progress we were making, so I drew a reference mark on the crank just to kind of watch how we were rotating it, and from here to like here, it just, the friction never changes back and forth. It was really strange. So I put a reference mark on the other side, and this doesn't move, which tells me that I probably sheared the keyway on this, and we're just the rotors rotating on the crankshaft itself, and we're not actually rotating the crank, which really sucks. I think I messed up bad. I broke off another plug on number 3. I thought it was going, and it definitely went, but not the right way. So we were able to drill the remaining plug on number 4 just to get the bore scope in it, and the cylinder doesn't look that bad. So I figured with all the heat and stuff, maybe I could try to work number 2 or number 3 loose, and you know, breaking the plug off is pretty catastrophic on those 2 cylinders, because to do anything with that, and the engine has to come out, and if we want to unseize it, I think we got to pull the head off, which means the engine has to come out. And I have really screwed up my back, and that's just, it would put us here until pretty damn late tonight, which we didn't want to plan on doing.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really want to work in the dark. So spirits are definitely low right now. Taking the blame. I'm taking the blame for this one. It's, you know, being seized aside, you know, that is one thing, but damn, these plugs, man. Again, I've never broke a plug, and that's 3 on this bike. Easy out does not do shit. It's just trying to expand it into the head. And again, cylinders 2 and 3, it's impossible to get access to them without the engine coming out, and so that's a big job here on in a parking lot on a tarp. I know those drag week guys do this stuff in their sleep. Hate making excuses, but man, if my back wasn't so screwed up right now, I can't stand up straight. It hurts so bad. It hurts right now. So I can't do any lifting. Yeah, this sucks. It is 6:47 p.m. right now, and I am not really seeing a good way forward that wouldn't be extremely difficult. I do not think I am up for the fight. He is, this is me. So I think we are going to have to accept a loss on this one and drag this thing back home with you know, tail between our legs. We tried, but I think it would snowball very quick, and I don't think there's a guarantee it could come unstuck.
It's a pretty high risk situation.
It's high risk. It's getting the engine out. It would be very difficult to disassemble. The camshaft has to be in the right position to allow you to either remove the 2 bolts from the sprocket to to then loosen the chain and get the cam out and then start further disassembly. Or by miracle, I don't recall having ever done it before, but taking tension off of the cam chain, wiggling it off of the sprocket regardless, and then you can rotate the cam as you want, and then get it out that way. So it's like you have to overcome first getting the engine out, then getting the cam out to get the head off, and then we got to figure out a way to like beat the snot out of the pistons and hopefully it cracks free. And even then, we've got to fix 3 broken spark plugs in the cylinder head. This guy. That's a lot of work. And like, I'm physically not capable of handling that right now. So it sucks. I think we just gotta just pack up and attack this thing another day.
We tried. Or we have the resources to do the job a bit more.
And that's
properly.
crazy to say, because it's like we brought so many tools and so many supplies and so many resources. Like, I don't know. We just didn't get it this time. There are a few very key things that are just killing us. We knew we bought a seized motorcycle. There's no question about that. There's no surprises. We've unseized them before. This one just didn't work out. And what's weird is everything else came apart great and looked great, and anything on the engine, like side covers and stuff like that, all the screws look fantastic. The valve train looks good, but damn, it's like the spark plugs and the cylinders, like it's just tight. So
Arguably the 2 most important parts of the bike.
yeah.
Kinda
I mean, if
those.
we got it unstuck right now and we could somehow get a spark plug in 1 and 4, we'd cap off number 2 or number 3 and run it on 3 cylinders.
100%.
But I don't think it's in the cards. I hate quitting. And when we bought this thing earlier, the gentleman that owned it, you know, when we told him what we're going to be doing, he's like, "No, you're not." And that has been playing in my head this whole time. And he was a very nice guy, so it's nothing against him, because this is crazy, but damn. Let's just start putting it back together.
Yep.
We can't win all the time.
No. It's nice to get close though.
We can't say we didn't try. We can't win all the time. This L sucks. Maybe if you struggled a little harder on the Bentley, on the little 150, would have.
I don't know. I feel like I rode the struggle bus pretty good on that one.
He had the struggle bus a little bit. But seriously, we can't get the plugs out to bore scope it to figure out if we're dealing with rust or whatever, what's seizing it, you know. So we don't know if we need acetone ATF, if we need evaporust. We can't get it into the cylinders very easily. We're holding valves open and trying to drip it in. This is a tough one. Well, we don't really deserve this meal, but we're having it anyway. It's been a long day. Getting some steak, and we're driving home. Contemplating our next challenge, so we're gonna succeed at some point. Oh man. Well, it is the next morning. We actually ended up packing everything up at about 7:30 last night, and we just did the drive home. So we got here at about midnight, and it was definitely a long day. We started out at 4 in the morning until 12. So I can't tell you how much I hate having a video like this or having an experience like this. Like, we had so much going for us. We had such a recipe for success, but some things were still just out of our control. And, you know, we had so much going for us, but we also just had so many things working against us that I've explained, such as like the spark plugs and the camshaft and seized engine and being able to take the engine out and disassemble and stuff like that. Honestly, my back had a huge part in this. It's agonizing right now. I have struggled with some lingering back problems for like the last decade, so yesterday was just an especially bad event. So it prevented me from being able to do much of anything. Like, for me to walk around that O'Reilly's and then go back in the front door took minutes. You know, I had like hobbling very slow. It's just a lot of pain. And because of that, I don't want to have Seth work extra hard on trying to do something he's very gung-ho about, such as like maybe pulling the engine out by himself. Whether that's, you know, laying the bike on its side and trying to like lift the bike off of it, or try to fish the engine out through the side. I'm not going to put that on him because I don't want him ending up like me with this bad back. So his enthusiasm was there, my desire to do it was there, but it just didn't make sense to do it realistically. And it just sucks because I want to provide like such a great video for you guys. And of course, him and I, we want this kind of success too. Like, we want to make this happen and be victorious and ride this thing home. And yeah, man, it was going to be awesome, but it just didn't work this time. Regardless though, we got a pretty cool CB750 and it will run again. So we're going to end up making a few videos on this thing. We're going to go ahead and pull the engine out of it, do a quality repair on the head, make sure I get those plugs extracted very clean. We're not going to damage anything. And then since we're there, at a minimum, go ahead and hone the cylinders, maybe new rings, maybe new pistons, overbore. I don't know. We're going to do something with it, but it's going to be done right. And then we'll soon be riding this thing. So we have to figure out how to get the dents out of the tank, which we have an idea about. And then I want to repair the left side cover. It's like pretty smashed up. I don't know where it's at. It's right here. Anyway, the side cover is pretty smashed up, but I think it can be repaired. And I like the fact that it's original to the bike. And then, you know, we'll put this thing back on the road and eventually it will be for sale for somebody. So yeah, really, we tried. We really tried. And I am sorry that we couldn't make it happen. I hope you guys really still enjoyed this video. It's a lot of talking at this point. There's gonna be some salty comments about the talking and stuff below and waste of time and whatnot. But you know, this is real life. This is stuff that happens, and you know, what we were trying was not easy. So, but what can I say? We tried our best, and you know, can't win them all. Again, I hope you guys like this video for what it is, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.